Evening, guys. Just making a quick explanation or overview of this rifle that I've modified. This is the free gift rifle for anybody who hasn't subscribed, which is actually pretty nice out of the box, even without any painting on. It's sort of like all the gunmetal colour, reasonable quality. And what I like about this, actually, I think they made this rifle to be customized, because all of these grey pieces that I've coloured here, or silver pieces, actually unscrew from the inside. So you can take them out and spray them. You don't need to mask anything off. But anyway, I'll show you how I did all that. So yeah, in terms of painting this gun, all the black areas that you see, so all this and the muzzle, all the black bits are done in this Humbrol acrylic matte black number 33. Easy spray on, because you know, nice smooth effect. And the silver metally bits are actually done using this rub buff pewter color. All you do with this is it's just like a paste. You put it on your finger. I use my finger, tiny bit. You only need to use a small amount, and then rub it on. And the nice thing about it is where you want areas to be worn, you just put less. So make your fingers a bit drier or spread it out more, and you get a nice weathered effect with that. So that's how I did the silver. Now, the problem with this stuff is it does dry and it is quite durable. But if, like me, you're picking up the gun a lot and putting it down, or you know, these raised edges tend to get a bit worn, and this stuff does come off a little bit. So what I did to make that a bit more durable, covered the whole gun in this matte Humbrol varnish number 49. That just makes the whole thing much more durable. Nothing wears off. So that's what I used for that. And finally, for these sort of lighter edges, don't know if you can see that on the video, but I picked out all the highlights and a few bits of like worn areas with Citadel Dawnstone, but which is like a light grey. It's this one here. But any model paint light grey, just put it on a dry brush and rub it over. It's fine, just to bring out the raised areas. Now, that's the paint job. Now, obviously, as you've seen in the intro to this video, you've seen that the gun actually fires lights and makes sounds. I'm going to go through a quick parts list for that, because I know a few people were interested how I did that. So first off was an Arduino Nano, which is the main controller, controls everything. eBay, £4. An Adafruit FX 16 megabyte cache. That's the sound controller. That's where you upload your sound files to. £18.50. All this Adafruit stuff you get from piehut.com. Adafruit mono amp to control the speaker. That's part number ADA2130. £4, piehut.com. Adafruit speaker, 3 watt, part number ADA3968. £5. 3mm super bright purple LEDs off eBay, £3. You get like far more than you need. I only used 4 in the end of that muzzle. A laser pointer for the laser beam, cheap and cheerful, 1 milliwatt, 405 nanometer wavelength, purple laser pointer from eBay, £3. Now this was the one that caused problems for me, because the way these are lit up from the Arduino is the Arduino has output ports that you can control with code, turn them on and off. Now the voltage and the current load on those ports is fine for the LEDs, so the LEDs are basically just running straight from that port. But if you try running the laser from one of the ports, it just comes out really dim, because there's not enough, it doesn't allow enough current for the laser to power on properly. So I needed a way to turn that laser on and off via the control pins on the Arduino, but have the power taken from the main supply in the gun. So the obvious first thought was just use a transistor. I tried many different transistors. Problem was that the normal ones that you buy, the smaller one, I think that's TO92 casing ones, are again don't allow enough current, and you still get a really dim laser beam. So what I had to buy is one of these TIP 120 power transistors, which I think is actually a Darlington array, all in one unit, and that basically amplifies the current, and that works nicely. So finally got to the bottom of that. That's why this gun wasn't ready to be previewed last weekend, because I was struggling to find something that worked. Two AAA battery holders. So inside the gun you've got two battery holders, each holding two AAA batteries. So one there. You'll see on the picture at the end anyway. They fit quite nicely, just one in front of the other. If that's how you want to power it. I know some people have talked about powering with smaller, like lithium batteries, or like foam batteries. That's fine, but I used those AAAs. You need a 2.7 kilo ohm resistor. That goes basically between the control pin of the Arduino and this and the base of the TIP 120 transistor. You need that, otherwise you may draw too much current through that and fry your Arduino. General wires for wiring it all up inside, and a basic on off switch if you want to use. As you can see on this, I stole this switch out of a toy gun I had, a toy laser tag gun. That basically just flick that on, turn it on and off. As you can see on the front there, lights and lasers. Now I've actually, let me turn that off so you can see better. I actually stuck a piece of, cut off a piece and stuck a piece of acrylic rod on the end there to basically diffuse the LEDs a bit, so it doesn't just look like 4 LEDs flashing away inside. It looks quite good. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that, because it does look like I've just got a bit of plastic in there, but we'll see. One quick thing about this underslung barrel thing, whatever you want to call it. I actually removed mine because it just looked like a molded piece of plastic, one solid piece. Put a piece of copper tube in there and painted it, because then you've got, looks like you've got an actual hole down it then. And I cut that fin thing off the original piece and stuck it on. What else do I need to talk about? I think that's it. If anybody's got any questions, I can try and answer them for you. I'm not making these things as kits or selling them because it's just too much work. It took long enough just to make this one, and although now I've done it and I've learned how to do it, it still would take me a long time, putting the stuff and gluing it in the muzzle and all the rest of it. So yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to be making any of them for anybody, but I've given you the parts list. If anybody is quite savvy with electronics, they can probably do the same, and like I say, I'm happy to answer any questions. So yeah, drop me any comments, likes or subscribes. Speak to you soon.